There's a swift way a car tells you something's wrong, and that's a sudden gut punch loss of power, like you went from 200 horses to a scooter. Happens fast, too. One day the car runs fine, the next it starts dragging. Another classic symptom? You try to accelerate onto the highway, and there's this lag, or the engine feels like it's gasping for air. That's a telltale. What you're really feeling is your engine fighting both physics and a plugged catalytic converter. Check engine lights love to make cameos for stuff like this. If you scan the codes and see things like P420, yeah, it sounds like a joke, but it's not. Start thinking about the catalytic converter as the culprit. That rotten egg smell? That's not your imagination, or some leftover takeout in the back seat, by the way. Sulfur smell from your exhaust is like the universe's way of whispering, "I might have a problem here, Scott." Engine overheating shows up as another pain point. When the converter is blocked, exhaust heat piles up instead of escaping, so you get random temperature spikes or a fan that never seems to turn off. Then there's rattling noises. Oh, the industrial symphony of car repair nightmares. If you hear metal rattling under your car, especially during startup or acceleration, the converter might be falling apart inside, shedding pieces that block up the flow. Here's a fuel economy kick in the gut. You start burning way more gas to go much less distance. A stopped-up converter creates back pressure, making your engine guzzle fuel just to keep moving. Sometimes you lose 30% of your mileage, which isn't nothing. It's really bad for city drivers, or honestly, anyone who deals with stop-and-go traffic in places like Portland. When you can't get up to speed, or your car stalls out at every stoplight, you know something fundamental is off. There's this DIY test mechanics swear by. If you loosen the bolts before the converter and the car suddenly wakes up like it had 5 cups of coffee, congratulations, you've found the source of your misery. Just remember, that test is basically open exhaust surgery, so only do it if you're handy. Pro tip, if your car is suddenly failing emissions tests and everything else checks out, the converter is high on the suspect list. In some states, a failed converter is almost a guaranteed emissions fail. Don't wait until the converter blocks completely, because then your car might not start at all. Like, you'll turn the key, and instead of an engine, you'll get a meditation session. It gets expensive quickly if you ignore it. Final impact statement. Over 70% of converter failures are from other upstream issues: bad spark plugs, misfires, oil leaks. So fixing the converter often doesn't end there. Spend the extra 5 minutes diagnosing root causes, or you'll be right back at the shop, trust me.